Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TCR, Trinity Competitive Racing. We have made it to the halfway point in the season, and it is possibly the biggest race on the calendar. Sprint race, check. Reverse race, check. British Grand Prix, check. And here we are for sprint qualifying on the reverse layout. And not only do we have that, but we actually have a co-commentator in the booth. I am Camden Luca, joined by my co-commentator, I think for the first time, Colby is going to be with me in the booth tonight. Am I correct, Colby? Is this the first time that we've done a broadcast together?
Possibly. I don't know. Is it?
I think it is. At least in TCR it has to be. But right now, we have one shot qualifying for the sprint race because this is a sprint week. So GTR Lion right now, top of the board as he just went through Cops and is going through Woodcut right now. Reverse layout, Colby. What do we think of the reverse layout?
I don't know. I've actually never ran the reverse layout. That's partially the reason why I'm not racing this week, is because of I ran no practice and I'd be kind of screwed. I mean, by looking at, I'm just going to give us fair warning. I have a little bit of telemetry up right here. By looking at it, it is close times between the middle group. The front 2 and 3 have kind of pulled away. The middle group is like under a blanket right now.
Going through the 18th corner, D switch to the finish line.
Yeah.
Pole position, and he is continuing where he left off from last week, getting the win after his penalty got removed. That just happened in the last 24 hours. He just got his penalty removed, and he won the Australian Grand Prix. So, B-Tom down in P3 to start the sprint race. 3/10 off, but keep in mind, he didn't practice, so who knows what B-Tom has up his sleeve. You really can't count B-Tom out at any track. And, well, unfortunately for Chargers, it looks like he's going to be starting in 20th.
Oh.
Yeah. So are they just going to put him a few grid spots back compared to the rest of the grid?
I have no clue. It's showing he's 11th here for me, so...
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Welcome to F125, fellas.
Yeah, I saw he got DQ'd, exceeded track limits, so he will be starting in, well, he'll be starting in 11th. On my stream, he's starting in 20th, so that's quite a harsh penalty if he has to start way back then. And get this, we got some rain here to start the sprint race, and it's looking like a lot of rain.
I didn't realize you already loaded in. You said we got rain to start the sprint race. I'm not even loaded in yet. I'm questioning, like, uh-oh, what am I missing?
Yeah. Well, here's what I gotta say. Because we have sprint week, that means we get double the predictions. So, Colby, rapid fire, who you got in your top 3?
I have the rain P1, the rain P2, and the rain P3. Nobody's surviving this.
All right, I got Lion P1. He's consistent. He's gonna make it through the rain. I'm ready. I got B-Tom P2, I think Ferrari. They got screwed last week with the safety cars. I think they'll get 1-2 in the sprint, and then D-Swish will be in P3. So I got Lion, B-Tom, and D-Swish.
All right. Actually, I would like to adjust my predictions right here. My prediction is P1 is going to be the sand pit up in Maggots and Beckett's. It is raining. Somebody's going to try to take that full gas, and they're just going to be gone. Number 2, I think the Cops Corner wall is going to get somebody, too. That is fatal enough in the dry. I think in the wet, oh man. This track backwards just seems like a bunch of safety violations put together by the FIA, but hey, we're not complaining.
Now, something that you have to keep in mind is that the curbs are a little more sensitive on this layout compared to the traditional layout, so that's something to keep in mind. I don't know if it's going to be as big of an issue because we're going slower in the rain this time around, but yeah, this is going to be interesting. First time that these guys have probably done this track in a league race, and they're getting a heavy downpour to start this one.
I'm actually kind of worried about turn 1. It would be, if it was regularly, I'd be turn 17, 18, I think. but it's turn 1 for here. I'm kind of worried about people losing it through there. I mean, even in the dry going the proper direction, it is really squirrely through there. So, especially in the rain, I don't know.
Keep in mind, we do have formation lap on.
Oh, it's full wet. Oh, my goodness.
But take a look at the left side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. B-Tom taking the chance on this rain lightening up. And Mahmood, who is second in points right now, is following the championship leader.
I am not the fan of that. It is... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is the heaviest downpour I think I've seen in this game. This is unreal how much it's raining.
And don't look now, but B-Tom, for the first time under a slow lap, he's wanting to go fast. Usually when we see him mostly leading the field during either the formation lap or a safety car lap, he tends to go about as fast as me when I'm trying to get to work and I got someone in front of me. But we take a look at the possible race strategies that just appeared at the bottom of the screen. You know, B-Tom on those inners, he could have the right strategy if this rain lightens up. You know, this race is going to go a little bit longer than it normally would because we're going to be having slower lap times.
I'm actually kind of concerned about Maggots and Beckett's. I don't know if people know in this game, but in the dry, you can beat your car semi-easy. In the rain, if you get in the sand pit, you're beaching your car. Like, I'm worried about, I don't know if you saw through Maggots and Beckett's, the way that the sand is so close to the racetrack. If you make one slip up and go in the sand, your race is probably done. Because unless I'm crazy, we don't allow resetting the track if you get stuck like that. Like,
well, if you are absolutely stuck on track, then you can reset the track.
Well, what happens if you go in the sand pit, though? That's the one thing.
Well, if you're stuck, you're stuck, you know.
Oh, B-Tom. Oh, man.
Well, B-Tom, maybe he heard you and he was trying to test it out and see if he can get out of there.
No, I mean, it is absolutely dumping, and the track, there is negative dry line here. I mean, it is just soaking wet everywhere. You just got to watch out for the start right here for wheel spin, everything. It is going to be calamity start.
Well, let's see who can park. Gio on the Twitch side of things says this is impossible, and B-Tom is proving it. He can't park.
B-Tom can't park. Oh,
J&B can't park. Who's next? I think we're going to make it to the finish line to start this soaking wet sprint race on the reverse track, round 6, the British Grand Prix. Hold your horses for this one, and it's time to go, go, go. Off the line, great start for Lion. He is already ahead of D-Switch as they head down into the reverse turn 1. D-Switch still there, takes out the braking sign, and more people taking out braking signs. And there goes Gio spinning out. Big one. Truth has damage.
This is going to be sketchy right here. B-Tom and JMB side by side. JMB into him. Man, there is just no grip. Oh, B-Tom is sliding everywhere.
And this is a drag race between these two, headed down the straightaway, the hangar straightaway into Beckett's and Maggots, if we're being proper here. And it looks like the top 9 made it away clean as we take a look at the positions gained and lost. F&D case could start, Chargers could start. Truth, Gio, down 2 spots.
You gotta watch out up here, cops. Everyone does it orderly. There is just so many sketchy parts of the track, especially how wet it is. There is no experience at all in the wet for any of these guys.
Goodness, B-Tom with the send of the Millennium, and they are banging doors NASCAR style. J&B won't let go of B-Tom's left side, and they're still side by side. Wow.
Chargers, huge moment in the rear.
I really don't know what tire's better right now. B-Tom still in third, fighting off J&B, but we'll see if the tires get better. He only has 8 more laps to go, and I gotta say, I'm liking this winner prediction right now.
The one thing I'm not big on B-Tom is his battery percentage. You can tell his tires are struggling. His battery's over 50% lower than the rest of the field. I mean, there is a clear grip differential between him and the people on wets.
Oh, yeah, he went a bit wide right there. Didn't get the best exit. JMB going to look to pounce here in Stowe. And F1 Nerd is waiting too, trying to maybe take advantage of these two possibly spinning each other out here. Not that I'm wishing on that, but you never know.
Beckets and maggots. That just seems so wrong saying it like that.
I know. Should we... oh, my goodness! He took a swing at him! Is that a foul ball?
He's into the grass. The F1 Nerd's going to have a momentum coming towards him. Oh, into cops! Oh, no!
We've seen that before. That would have been a mirrored image of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen if it didn't work out.
F&D way off. F&D almost into the gravel.
Down to P8 he goes. Chargers up to P7. And I think Mahmoud is struggling too on these tires.
Yeah, I understand the reason going behind it. In other games it's worked, but it is just so wet that you can't get any grip. The rain, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's lighting up at all.
Yeah, and I think B-Tom is proving it. He is absolutely dirt tracking it just to stay on track, and that was quite the unorthodox corner there. The apex was a little bit more to the left there, B-Tom, and GTR Lion, though, he is having a field day.
B-Tom way off, grass all over his tires.
Oh my goodness, he just got hit, and he's in the wall. Holy smokes.
J&B just hooked a left down the straightaway.
He's got damage.
Big time damage. End plate is completely gone. I wonder if J&B has any damage either. I mean, he hit him pretty damn good. I have no clue what that was.
Wow. Talk about championship implications. A couple times.
No, I've never.
Have you ever? A couple times. But look what this has done, though. F1 Nerd up to P4. Now, in the sprint race, the top 8 all get points. GTR Lion gets 8 as of now. F&D gets 1. And you go down the order from 8 points to 1. D-Swish going to get 7. JMB going to get 6. B-Tom, as of now, only getting 3 points. So his 69-point lead, his nice points lead to Mahmoud may be decreasing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He probably is gonna have to pit. You can tell there is a struggle for front end, and whenever he puts more into his rear end, just stepping out. Chargers is gaining time on him. He is losing time to Mahmoud fast on equal tires.
You know, I don't know if JMB got slight wing damage. I don't think he did, but take a look at F1 Nerd. He is right there. He's pouncing on him.
I mean, it was so weird last time, too. We just saw J&B just go to the right down the straightaway and just clean him out.
Ooh, look at this, Colby. First ever reverse helicopter shot right there.
That looked really weird. I did not like that.
Yeah, the cameraman probably didn't know where he was going.
Still got a good battle for P2. GTR Lion has just been pulling away, setting the best laps of the race by far. I mean, he is flying out there. Fast lap of the race by 5/10. And
you know, this is big for the battle for P2 in points because GTR Lion is 4th in points right now with 48. D-Swish has 53. Mahmoud 54. So I don't think things are going to change after the sprint race, but if GTR Lion gets ahead of D-Swish, then maybe things could happen. Whoa! Truth is around. And he's got damage. Did he not come in pit before?
No, he got more damage now. His end plate's gone, and I believe the front part of his wing's cracked, too.
Oh, man. Things go from bad to worse.
B-Tom's kind of figuring it out with damage right now. He's kind of stable. He's gaining back on Mahmoud and has gained or pulled from Chargers. It could be the fact the track is getting a little bit drier. I mean, the rain's not letting up, but there's definitely a dry line forming. You can see it.
And I think B-Tom really just trying to nail the racing line here, which is a little bit different in these conditions.
Ooh, F1 nerd.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he's quick. If he just nails these next couple corners here, which, man, he got a good bite there in that chicane. J&B struggling. This could be the move right here. Around the outside into Stowe. Is J&B going to give him space?
That's going to be questionable.
Oh, my goodness. He tried to wreck another one.
Wow, what a move. He was not lifting until he saw God or a checkered flag, and it worked.
I love that quote.
Andy Jankowiak.
Yeah.
Man, J&B is looking to fight back, though. I mean, you can see the back end stepping. He is getting to the gas big time.
He went over those turtles there in Maggots, and now through Cops.
Oh, into the grass a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little more understeery compared to F1 Nerd right now.
This makes me question if the race has any rain included in it. These guys could be running dry setups. Because I believe, yeah, for the first one shot, it puts in park from 8 right away.
Now, hold your horses for a minute, because J&B has 80% on the battery. F1 Nerd, if this were his phone, he would need to plug it in pronto. 13%, and yeah, I think J&B may be saving his stuff here, but I'm not doubting that F1 Nerd's probably a bit quicker at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of burning battery in the rain. I mean, it really doesn't do anything. All it does is give you wheel spin. I mean, he is really low on that battery. He is running the fastest laps. I mean, that's a lap after passing him, too. A lap with clean air is probably a 45.1. He is absolutely flying.
He is close to 2/10 ahead of GTR Lion right now for the fastest lap.
Yeah, that's with him fighting J&B for that. I mean, he has gapped J&B already.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, too, even with J&B kind of struggling in these conditions, he's pulled quite a gap on Mahmood, and that gap isn't getting smaller. So even though the rain's getting lighter, we've seen it on this game that it takes more time for the conditions to change over. So I think this is going to be wet the whole way.
Yeah, no, this is one thing I do like about this race, the fact that you'll have these drivers who are not usually in the very front of the pack up here because it's such an obscure track. People don't have experience around here, so if you sat here and grind the track the entire week, you're going to have a clear, obvious advantage, which F1 Nerd definitely put into practice, and it's showing so far with the sprint race.
Yeah, don't look now, but he is within 1 second of D-Swish. Unfortunately for F1 Nerd, though, this is not like the previous games where the results of the sprint race convert over to the feature. We will have another one-shot qualifying coming up in a minute after the end of the sprint race, and that will set the order for the feature. So F1 Nerd, you're going to get your candy. You know, you probably got a lot of candy here from the candy basket, but you're not going to get any for the feature unless if you earn it. If you qualify up front for the feature, then hey, you can get more candy. But I think GTR Lion just took some candy out of his basket, and D-Swish just went over to Lion's candy basket, and JMB said, screw all you guys, I'm taking all the candy home with me. He's got a 44.7.
Track is drying up for sure. B-Tom just ran the fastest Sector 3 by a ton, too. The track is drying up big time. Everybody is setting personal record laps.
You know what?
It's still raining really hard. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of died down.
No, yeah, it has died down a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to where we go into intermediate conditions. I mean, we're flirting with it, but I think we're still a little bit away from it. But Gio closing in on Capitan, who is closing in on FND. This is the battle for the last point of the sprint race, and FND Cakes right now trying to get another point for RB, and boy, they need some points right now. It has not been probably the start they want to the season. They are ninth in constructors right now, so this could be a good little shot in the arm if we get a double points here in the sprint race for them.
Man, F1 Nerd is closing a ton. He's closing about half a second this lap. I mean, he is flying up D-Swish right now. He is on a rocket ship. It's crazy. For some reason, his car, whenever he gets in the dirty air of the cars in front of him, it's making his car better instead of worse. I mean, look at it. He just gains. It turns so easily.
From Chapel into Farm, F1 Nerd could be looking at a P2 here. At the end of the sprint race, they got 2 more laps, and GTR Lion is on his way to a dominant sprint victory.
B-Tom, yep, with the wing damage.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, he's missing an entire end plate. He just did that. That's...
Yeah, look at this, though. He could still get P5 here. Mahmoud is struggling.
He gained on the move fast. I mean, he is.
He might get him right here, honestly.
I don't know how B-Tom does it. He is like a wizard. It's unreal.
Well, we saw it last week when he won the race initially. I mean, he can overcome adversity better than most people can. Just when you think he's out of it. I mean, we should give everyone else a 10-second head start. And honestly, that might not be enough.
10-second head start, put B-Tom on inners to start the race, and it still would not be enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, we'll give him a flat tire as well.
He would find a way to drive the inners with a flat tire to win.
Yeah, that wasn't the best. Oh, he might get a bite here on corner exit. He backed up the entry. It looked like he had something, but maybe next lap.
I would like to focus back on P2. D-Swish has closed in over 2 seconds in the GTR line this lap, and it's gapped about 2 seconds from F1 Nerd. He is on track to set the best lap of the race by a long margin.
Well, let's see what Lion does. He doesn't get fastest lap here. D-Swish does.
D-Swish is on a rocket ship through Sector 2 and 3. It's Sector 1, it seems like his car is not happy with him.
Final lap of the sprint race as they head into Stowe. GTR Lion, the king of the jungle, is looking to get 8 points on his resume and give D-Swish a little something-something. And B-Tom wants something-something here on Mahmoud. This is the top 2 in points. Whoa, look at that dirt track race in there by B-Tom. He's trying to make a move happen on Mahmoud.
This will be great. We got a battle for P3 and a battle for P5. What will B-Tom do? He will just back down. J&B has closed in a ton on F1 Nerd. Big run for B-Tom.
Yeah, he is really backing up his entries. Take a look at this.
Fantastic run.
In the cops. Oh, don't do it. Lewis Hamilton, knock it off.
He has to try it down in here. I don't think he's going to be close enough, though. He has one more opportunity after this, though.
Oh man. Wow. To the inside. I think he'll try to get him at some point. GTR Lion, what a dominant sprint race, showing his muscle in the rain, and he is on his way to getting 8 points here and taking the sprint win. And you know what we're going to do for that? Give him a little roar. GTR Lion wins the sprint race at the British reverse track.
B-Tom's trying. B-Tom to the inside, side by side.
Oh my goodness, they're off the track at the finish line in the grass, Mahmoud. B-Tom gets the spot.
Wow, what a finish.
Muscled his way by Mahmoud.
Here's El Capitan now. Does he have anything?
Wow, unbelievable stuff.
What an electric finish.
He's not done yet. Unreal. Here he comes, and he can't get him. F&D takes final point. Geo and Truth to the finish line. What a race. And you know what? That's just the appetizer.
That was a great starter for the first day in the booth for me. That was unreal.
GTR Lion gets it. D-Swish, fastest lap, and he only got it by a couple of hundredths, not even.
That race was, honestly, that was incredible.
That was great stuff. Great stuff. I don't know who
I
driver of
didn't
the day
think
was.
B-Tom would dive it in there. I did not think B-Tom would dive it in there, like, at all. But
that was really risky of him. I mean, he had a lot. He had, I don't know, like he had a lot of trust in Mahmoud there to go side by side in that corner with that little of space. Just great stuff by both those guys. And now that points gap has gone up to 70. And yeah, take a look at this. We are getting right back into things for the feature. And this is the one shot.
Look at that. Perfectly clear.
Look at the chat. Look what B-Tom sent. B-Tom, we could use that same meme on you with Mahmoud. You know, I don't know.
I turn left now. Good luck, everybody else.
You remember when Denny Hamlin got in trouble for posting that? He reposted an account from a meme page that had that meme, and he went to sensitivity training for that. All right, well, if you guys like that race, say hi in the chat. Remsley, I do see you in the chat. Yeah, there were a few spins on the warm-up lap. There were a few during the race as well. And I'm curious to see how many we'll have in the feature. I really want another wet race. I want a wet one.
That was great. I do want to see in the dry, though, because in the dry, the Beckett's, Maggots, that feels so wrong saying like that, and then Cops, it's going to be so good in the dry. I know for damn sure somebody's going to try to full gas all that section.
But now the question is, though, now that we've gone from a monsoon to this dry weather, who's going to adapt? At B-Tom, we know he can adapt, but I'm telling you, this qualifying might look a little funky.
Yeah.
This qualifying might look a bit...
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Might
the drivers are used to a wet track.
Might look a bit funky.
They're used to a wet track, too, and there's no time to readjust. There's no lap to adjust.
We're so getting copyrighted. Might get a bit funky out there.
Oh, man. Mahmoud had a moment already.
Ooh, down to 11th. He goes, oh my goodness, what Chargers is around in the grass. Chargers, did you go the wrong way or the right way? Did you forget we were going backwards?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we got a couple invalidations too. Gio and Mahmoud, right?
Yeah. Gio is not invalid. Mahmoud is invalid.
Gio just had a major moment. He is way behind.
But at the front, B-Tom, like I said, one of the best at adapting. He has not that big of a lead over his teammate, though. And his teammate is now in front. Wow.
Where's D-Swish? D-Swish at in all this? Let me check. Oh, he is right there, too. Oh. Charger and J&B just throwing the towel.
Gio, your stepdad kicked you out? Oh, kicked you off of the... Oh, okay. Gotcha. This is going to be close. I don't know if this is guaranteed for B-Tom. I think Lion may be in a good spot here for pole position. Let's see who gets it at the finish line. It is going to be GTR Lion bringing his muscle to Silverstone. He gets his first pole position of Season 20.
And see, look, this is why you got to stick through. Even though Gio had an invalid lap, he's still going to get P7 from the people retiring on track. It is... always good to stick out your laps, and what is he doing?
Well, I would hope Gio would get his stepdad out of the way. That way he can finish his lap. Well, he didn't even finish his lap. Oh, man, you had 200 yards to go.
hope it's still getting him a P7.
Yeah,
Well,
if he
but
doesn't
Truth's
get a
starting at
P7,
P6.
if he doesn't get a P7, then boy, we have our first Price is Right losing horn award. And he did get P7, all right.
This is an interesting grid right here. F1, who was one of the fastest cars last race, P11, Mahmoud P10, JMB P9. We know how fast both those drivers are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. JMB, he could be a driver of the day candidate, get from 9th up to 1st, and we'll see though. F&D, that's his best qualifying effort of the year. All right, well, you know what? I love Sprint Week because I get to play this song twice. What do we think, Colby? Is Lion going to sweep the sprint races?
I'm going all upsets. Geo P1, Truth P2, and Chargers P3. If one of them get on podium, thank me right now.
I'm not ready for this. I gotta go beat Tom P1. I think he got screwed over last week. I think he's gonna get redemption. I got Lion P2, and I don't know. I didn't like what I saw at a JMB in the sprint race. I think I gotta go with D-Swish P3 because I bet against D-Swish last week. So I got B-Tom, Lion, and D-Swish, and I think we are readying up.
Already? Damn.
Yeah, it's fine. It's 9:24 Eastern, so if we could get this done by like 10:05, 10:10, that would be a win. But we do have yet another formation lap. You guys get double tonight. You get double the treats. And take a look at this treat. And hey, Gio, that's the wrong way. Oh my God, that's the wrong way, and that's the wall.
You're going. You got to go into reverse. There you go.
Gio. Gio, you know what? This is for you, buddy. Wow. Gio, the track is that way. Last year, if we told you that, you'd be like, what? But no, this is the way we're going today, and I think, maybe Gio forgot about that. But yeah, back to what we were saying. Pick your strategy, because we got all of them. I mean, Colby, what do you even think about this? Do you like Capitan on the softs?
Let me check. I don't like the softs in this game at all. I mean, the strategy, the hards are the best. So, GTR Lion, B-Tom, Chargers, JMB, and F1 don't have it down. The softs, they're just not great in this game. The mediums, one thing that I've seen with them is they chew through fast. The hards in this game are just so much better, and apparently I've heard tire wear is high. So it wouldn't surprise me if some people want the harder allocation and they do a hard medium or a hard soft strategy.
We'll have to see. The
hards are just that much better.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I like the fact that these two at the front here both chose the hard tire. This could be a Ferrari 1-2 after the debacle that happened under safety car last week where they both got screwed and none of them ended up winning the race. But let's see who can park. I think Lion's going to be very careful. Did he go over the line? I don't think he did. I think that was superb. I think everybody is going to park, which means we can get going. Boy, what an event this is, and we're just getting started. The feature race for the first time in TCR, we will be going backwards on the reverse track in Silverstone. 5 red lights on the grid, and it's time to go, go, go. A jump start for Gio, and let's see how this sorts out. At the front, Lion gets away.
Oh, wrecking in the back, huge wreck. Huge wreck. Oh, wow, that was, what the hell is happening?
Gio's stepdad is on the game. This is a new one for me. We'll see how this sorts out.
Man, that was a four-car crash there at the beginning. That was something.
If we can get Gio's dad to retire, I think this will be good as we take a look at our possible race strategies. Lion got away clean.
I think Gio's back now. Nope, maybe not.
And what this has done, though, is this has put D-Swish in the catbird seat. He's off in the grass, though. Capitan looking to pounce on the outside. Back to the inside, switchback, and he pulled a dummy there and had to back out of it.
I don't want to say it like this, but I wouldn't count out a lap 2 safe spell right here.
Yeah, no, he needs to, like, Gio, if you're listening, just literally turn off the game. Just get him off of there. Just do what you can. That way we don't... I mean, we're really lucky that that wasn't as bad as it could have been. Like, that, for where Gio was starting, that could have been disastrous.
I mean, that was a pretty large wreck, though, out of turn 1. There were a lot of guys involved. I'm pretty sure everyone from P5 on back was a part of that.
Yeah, what I will say, though, is that everyone is still on track and still within reaching distance of the guy ahead of them, so I think we're good to go. I don't think we'll have any issues as long as Gio's stepdad gets off the alcohol and he goes to bed, and maybe Gio can take back over. But JMB, P6, maybe struggling a bit to start on the hard tires there. He had a little bit of understeer there into Stowe, and F&D takes Stowe. He's trying to stay within 1 second. He's flirting with it, and he got the grass there in Beckett's. That's not going to help.
Hey, Camden, just checking. You turned on ghosting, right?
Yeah, lap cars are ghosted. We'll be fine. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. And for the lead, B-Tom. Please don't have a safety car. Gio is out of the race. Perfect. That's fine. All good. To the lead, B-Tom gets ahead of his teammate.
There is one thing I do want to see. I want to see people's pit road entrance here. Pit road entrance is going to be really hard to get into here.
Oh, F50 misses the corner. Around he goes, and JMB might have clipped him a bit. Yeah, Gio, rule number 1 is not to drink and drive. Maybe you got to tell him that. Fastest lap, B-Tom. And yeah, you know, we have not run into this scenario yet. We have not yet had pit stops. And the pit lane here is quite different from how it is on the other side of the track. It comes up on you very quickly.
Yeah, honestly, by looking at it, I think this might be the least cost or time affecting pit road now. Going reverse, I mean, if you look at it, it's a straight shoot out of there, out of the pits.
That's a good point.
Turns. This is, yeah. I'm just looking at that.
Mahmood down to P8 as we take a look at our positions gained and lost. He did get up from P10. He's going to try something here on F1 Nerd. He backed out of it. F1 Nerd, good start after that miserable qualifying. He's up to P7. And JMB, driver of the day candidate, question mark, up to P5.
I am a little bit questionable, though, about the DRS zones this game has. You have a DRS down the hanger straight, but not down.
Oh, it has gone from bad to worse for F&D Cakes. And F&D, I hate to give it to you, but I'm not sure how much we're going to get at this race. You, sir, have just gotten the Fidget Spinner of the Race award because you have spun out twice.
Okay.
Have you not heard that one before?
No.
You don't watch enough of the broadcast.
No, I just don't spin enough to know that.
I'm sure you've gotten it before. Oh, P4, D-Swish falling back places. JMB gets around him and up to P4. He's got DRS, but take a look at this. D-Swish hanging tough with him there. D-Swish has the straight line speed today, it looks like. Yeah, I could tell just by that corner.
By looking at it, this track is, there's not really a DRS train. There's only 2 DRS zones, and the hanger straight one is so small. I'm looking how small that DRS zone is. Both of them are not big.
P3, wow. In 4 laps, JMB has gone from 9th to 3rd, and he just passed his dad to get up on the podium. Well, you know what, JMB? But hats off to you, because I left you off my podium prediction, and right away, you're up there in P3, so, you know, maybe I judged him too soon. Maybe the wet conditions just weren't suiting him, because right now he's the fastest guy on the track.
E-swish. Uh-oh. I know that song. I know that, that sound effect.
Well, I guess he's going to have to go and talk with Tico afterwards. And look at this, Capitan, first one to try out the pit lane. He does a nice job of getting down to speed, 25 miles an hour, not pushing it, but he has had enough of the softs.
I'm going to watch him right here. I just want to see how this exit works. I'm actually kind of curious.
On to the mediums.
4 laps in the softs tells you how bad the tire degrading is around here.
Truth losing out 2 Chargers.
Gonna spit him out right here. Really weird angle heading into the... Actually, no, it lets you right back on the track. Oh.
And now the question is, when is Truth going to come in the pits?
The question is, too, is there any rain in the forecast, too? Because the clouds are quite dark over that one side.
Well, based on how he went through Cops, I would say right now should be the good time for him to pit.
Who?
Truth.
What happened?
Not the liar. The truther. Haha. Where's my drum sound effect? Where is it? Haha.
Wow.
And Mahmood is closing in on F1 Nerd. Truth in the pits. Oh, he's going a little fast, slides it in, and there it is. 10-second penalty. Truth, I caught you in 4K right there, my friends. Here comes all the police. They're going to rip you out of the car, tell you to spread them, and you're getting put into the jail cell in solitary confinement, and as a matter of fact, they're not going to feed you for a few hours. That's how bad you just messed up. Quick
There's one thing
though.
I've noticed, too, by looking at the incidents. It's not... I don't think time penalties are going to be a major issue today. Even by watching the rain race, I don't think they had a single time penalty, right?
I don't know. I'm just going to let you say that, because every time I say that, someone ends up getting a penalty.
It's fine. I'd be the one getting the penalty anyways. The game would find a way to give me a penalty if the commentator do.
Hey, you know what I got to say, though? B-Tom, he's up in the lead right now, but take a look at the battery differential between these two.
Yeah, I think it's a factor of B-Tom went into this no preparation. B-Tom went here driving very illegal speeds to get to this race, so I think he used up his
driving faster than what he is now.
Yeah, he used up his pace earlier on the streets.
He used up his battery on the streets. That's why he's only at 50%.
Yep, he used up his battery on the legal roadways, and now he's a little bit low on the racetrack.
B-Tom, if you're listening afterwards, do you have a Tesla by chance? Oh no! J&B has gone around! And that is coming out of the chicane. And you know what? Because of how far in front he was, he only loses one spot. F&D Cakes doesn't understand the pit lane either. And
we're going to see a lot of those today.
We're going to play fair here. You get the police called on you as well, and you're going to have to go into solitary confinement with no food.
We're going to see a lot of those.
Mahmood, though, he is trying to get around F1 Nerd. He's still in P6 after an effort there into Beckett's.
GTR Lion's going to try it? Nope. There was one thing I did see with J&B. I'm surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody makes this mistake. If they end up spinning out and going around, that they accidentally go the wrong way. That's one thing that has been crossing my mind.
Oh my
God. It is a possibility. No, it is very well a possibility with the track going this way.
They'll end up looking like Gio's stepdad.
No, for 1 second, I was about to say, why is J&B going the wrong way? But I realized the track is...
Yikes. Yeah, that raised the blood pressure a little bit. And Mahmoud, he's had enough. Lap 8, wow. So I'm guessing the two-stopper is just the way to go today. Because if he's pitting on lap 8, there's no way he's taking the hards 18 laps, right?
No, there's not a shot.
Well, I mean, take a look at this. He did put on the hards, so Mahmoud may be trying to pull a Houdini on us and get a one-stopper done. He's going to have to battle Truth coming out of the pits. I think Mahmoud may get him here. Here's Truth.
But
Going through Club and Vale. Mahmoud is coming, and there he goes.
I can't give a shout out to Mahmoud. He was the second driver to successfully complete the pit road today. There you go.
Say that again? Repeat the whole thing. I wasn't listening.
I said, okay. Mahmoud was only the second driver to successfully complete the pit road entrance today without
Actually,
speeding.
repeat everything that you said on this broadcast.
Okay, that's awesome.
We'll start at the beginning. We're going to cancel this race. We're going to do the sprint race again.
Yep. Put me in a car. I'll be an in-race reporter.
And we got Colby Luca as our in-race reporter. Colby, what's the track looking like right now? How's it feeling out there?
I'm in the wall right now. And then you're gonna get some radioactive hot mic, like I'm gonna bomb the EA headquarters or something like that again.
Kurt Busch radio sweetheart.
Calmest Kurt Busch radio moment.
This car won't turn every goddamn week. Ooh, nice shot from the King of the Jungle.
Job.
Is it one to go yet? All these guys are a lap down. Hey, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, feel free to look up Kurt Busch Radio Sweetheart, play it in front of your kids, and put it on the family room TV and see what happens. That's sarcasm, by the way. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is a family-friendly show.
Or you should put up the Kurt Busch interview. You remember that one that he had with Speed on the pit road where he said the fact he's going to beat a pit road reporter?
That's right. You know, he got suspended for a race for that.
Yes.
It was Bob
I can imagine
Hawker,
that
too.
one, somebody beating up Martin Brundle.
Oh my god. That's like, you remember when Ozzy Osbourne did an interview with him? And
yeah.
Martin's like, where are the dogs? And Ozzy's like, they're at home shitting. And Martin's just like, all right, I'm walking away now.
I wonder who the next person is going to be that comes into the pits. And I might not be wrong with rain coming. I mean, you could tell the track's gone into complete overcast, which that usually only happens whenever it's going to rain. It's gotten quite dark. I mean, it was sunny at the beginning of this race, and now it is full overcast.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's anyone that wants to see the rain, it's the King of the Jungle, the winner of the sprint race. He's looking to get back on the top step of the podium for his first win and first podium of Season 20. This dude has 4 fourth-place finishes on the year so far.
Still not going to beat Chabar's 7th place finish record.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oatmeal. Do you even know what that means?
Nope.
Alright. Oh, what race was it? Season 14 Platinum Class? Abu Dhabi. We do have a short on that, though. We do have a short that got posted. Basically, Seafreeze compared 7th place finishes to Oatmeal because Oatmeal needs a nice consistency with it, and Chabar was consistent with his 7th place finishes. So
we got the nickname Oatmeal.
Yeah, that's like you know how NASCAR drivers have all sorts of different nicknames, like Kyle Busch is Rowdy, Dale Earnhardt was the Intimidator. Yeah, Chabar is
Carson
Oatmeal.
as far as the Hurricane.
The Hurricane. Why? Because of how he drives on track?
I'm pretty sure that's what Elite Iffy's been calling him, the Hurricane.
Well, Jabari is oatmeal, and I think J&B is wanting to give D-Switch a little something something, and yeah, D-Switch said, I saw what you did to B-Tom earlier, no thanks. I'm going to sit back here, and he may lose DRS.
The red flag.
He may
He's going to wave the surrender flag.
He's in danger here.
Those mediums, I mean, if you can go on board, look at the degradation on the left and right front. I mean, you can see it to the naked eye. That's how bad it's degraded. I mean, on the right side, that is pretty much down to the tread on the thing. Like, that's... I would be genuinely surprised, but I don't see him coming pit this time.
Well, the pit lane is tricky on this layout. It's a straight shot downhill into the pits. Easy to lock it up and get sideways. We will see if D-Switch comes in the pits, takes these degrading tires off, and yeah, look at the rears. Those are just as bad, and he's going to stay out.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. My only thought is there is rain in the area. That's my only thought of him staying out.
Well, you know what? I think B-Tom has found something here. He has 1.5 seconds now on GTR Lion, and that gap is getting bigger.
The track is getting darker and darker as every lap goes by, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't like D-Switch's situation. He is losing so much time. F1 Nerd, he's gonna get him here before Cops. He's gonna get him through maggots. Wow. I think D-Switch needs to pit.
He's in puncture ranger now, 100%. I mean, the check back again on his tires. Look at that. I mean, that is unbelievable. I mean, he's going 180, and you can see just the degradation. Oh, does he have a puncture? No. Maybe.
He does. Right rear is flat on D-Switch's car, possibly. I mean,
yep,
it
puncture.
looks really
Yep,
bad. He's
gone.
got a puncture.
Wow. You can see it.
Not even halfway
crazy.
through the race, and he's got a puncture. He's trying to save it. Around goes to Williams. In the
might
sand.
be stuck in this gravel.
And he hit the wall.
That might be the end of his race right there with rear wing damage. I don't see a point in going on with rear wing damage in this game. It's horrible. Oh, he's sliding everywhere. No grip. That is a big blow. That is definitely out of top 5 for him.
I don't think he's giving up, though. He's trying to get into the pits. He just misses the braking side.
This is going to be an extra long pit stop, too, because of him having this. This is just a big blow. Now, this begs the question, how is El Capitan's tires?
Well,
like,
hold the phone. Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now?
Yep, I told you there's rain.
Oh,
I wasn't crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn, get your drinks, because we have something spicy for you guys, and we're going to put a little bit of water on it as well, because it is raining here in Silverstone.
Two things. One,
yep, go for it.
One thing, A, you got to get me in the booth every race. I predicted this again. B, I wonder how these guys' hard tires are. I mean, look at the leaders. Look at how worn B-Tom's right front is. I wonder, we are in the puncture range for so many people. I think somebody else is going to get a puncture here. It would be nice for us to have a weather thing in this game.
JNB in the pits.
He is going. Is he on? No, he's on inners. I thought I saw slick tires for a second.
No, he's definitely going inners. Now the question is, though, is the track wet enough to make the inners work?
Oh, it definitely is. I will say this right now. I used this as an experience in a Brazil race. I pitted as soon as possible, and it worked. The net gain in this game, if you pit right when you see rain, is so much that it will overlap the tire wear.
Like, I mean, you can gain an easy 12, 13 seconds. But it's crazy.
J&B back out in P5. The top 4 have yet to pit, along with Truth, who is still out there on 8-lap-old medium tires. Truth.
It is sticking now. You can see, you can see the grip is gone. B-Tom is so far down in his lap times. We can check who is on a legitimate lap right now. I've been on these tires.
Yeah, get this. He put up a 29. And he is now slower than his best lap, and he's only in the second to final corner. Here he comes in the pits. Oh, he's sliding the tires, and he barely makes it in.
Oh, GTR sliding too. Oh my god, I had to put it in neutral to get it slowed down. This pit road is so dangerous, especially when they are lucky it was not wet, because if it's wet, there is no chance for slowing down, going downhill and locking tires.
Oh, but Lion, he's going to have to wait. Not long, though. Maybe he lost half a second there. Pretty good double stack by the Ferraris.
Everybody into the pits pretty orderly. Yeah, no, this has been a tough race for Mamu. He's lost, honestly, a ton of... like everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong for him so far.
DRS is disabled, so Truth, the only one out there on slicks, and, well, Truth, I'm going to tell you the truth, you need to get in the pits, and here he comes.
He's taking a very passive approach that time.
But look what this has done because of the double stack, and the way things played out. B-Tom, 8 seconds on Lion.
I think without a safety car, that probably sealed the win for B-Tom. I mean, that is a lot of time to gain around here. B-Tom is pulling like crazy. Given he is dumping his battery, but gaining that amount of time in the slick or in the wet is not easy.
Truth had to serve that 10-second penalty. He gets away, but FND Cakes still looking like he is going to stay in P10, because if you look at the gap, boy, he is a country mile behind. So that's going to be fun to put on the points when I do them later. That interval, 1:57.208.
Wait, you have to put the intervals on there?
If you want to do the leaderboard, yeah. Yeah, you gotta, because I do the points and I gotta put in the results, so I gotta put in the interval.
Oh no, the interval has gone down.
Oh yeah, yep, there it is. Still 22 seconds though, so I think Truth is in a comfortable spot here for a P9, maybe a P8.
Hold up, go around the track. Look at the difference where B-Tom is compared to the guys in the middle of the pack. It is pouring where B-Tom was. It is just pouring rain.
Yeah, that's a great point, Colby. I mean, you'll take a look at Truth in comparison to B-Tom. Yeah, I mean, you could see the water drops on the track where B-Tom is. I think this is still intermediate conditions, but you never know.
We're going to get close to wet. The track is going to get... You can see it is already sticking. The grip is already gone for a couple guys, but it's almost fully encased the track now. I mean, Truth has hit it. Everybody is going through the heavy rain right now.
If you look at the leaderboard, though, big intervals, and if you look at the bottom right hand of your screen, everybody is at a certain location of the track. Truth on the front stretch. The McLaren of J&B just went through cops. There are people everywhere on the track, and you know what I think? I think that right now, this track is starting to even out a little bit on the conditions. I think the whole track is starting to get a little wetter.
I think the only part that's not really that wet right now, I mean, the worst part is up in Sector 2 where Mamu Dev is in D-Swish. Like, this part up in here is really, really wet. Sector 3 is drier, but that part is really, really wet. I mean, just watch B-Tom when he comes through here. There is no grip at all.
You know, I gotta say, he is pulling a gap on Lion.
Just watch out through here. This is where it is so wet up through tops. This is the wettest part of the track, I'd say. Up into Cops, and there you go. Yeah, you can see the water's already sticking there. Oh my god, that exit's sketchy.
We'll see how Lion does through this section. He just went through Maggots. He's going to make his way into Cops right now. Let's see what kind of grip he has.
He's fine. I'd watch J&B though. J&B's been the one I've seen that's been struggling with grip. He's been the true test.
Ooh, good corner there. Got as far out onto the curbs as you can go without going over them. F1 Nerd, solid as well. He's in for his best finish of the season by far.
As well as Chargers. Look at Chargers in P5.
Yeah, you know, I gotta say, I really don't mention Chargers a lot because Chargers is one of the more solid, quiet, consistent drivers. Not really in a lot of big battles, but he's solid. Always up there finishing where he started. This would be his best finish of the season if he were to finish here, so props to Chargers, and that will help Mercedes in points.
And can you show the stream Chargers POV heading down into this corner? These corners right here are fully encased in water. I don't know, right up into here. Yep, right there. There is, you can see them locking the tires. I wonder if we're getting close to wet conditions. I mean, it is sticking to the track, and we are starting to lose the dry line. You can see it too in the driver's grip. Final turn has got to be getting pretty bad too.
Capitan looked all right. Mahmoud had a moment there. Boy.
Yeah, no, it's the entire track now. The entire track is just evenly wet.
Well, talk about an unfortunate day for D-Swish. He just got his win given back to him in Australia. It looked like he was going to be up there going for second in points today, but he is losing ground to all of his rivals, including Mahmoud, who is one spot in front of him.
Another not really silent anymore, but silent this season. And F1 Nerd has been unbelievable today. I mean, he started last this race, and he's up to P4.
Yeah.
Right? Let me check.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But you know what, though? I'm not surprised that F1 Nerd is doing this because he is really good in the rain. We saw it last week in qualifying. He qualified second in Australia. I saw it back in the Challenger Series days when he won a championship down there. He's always been super solid in these conditions, but yeah, this would be his best finish of the season by far. He's got 2 9th-placed finishes as his best right now.
All right, here's the main question. Do you think anybody's going to take a chance on the wets?
If you're stupid.
Yes.
If you're stupid.
The spray getting behind, you can judge it by the spray, and if there's spray there, the spray's getting pretty significant, and the track's getting that really glossy color. It's not like little speckled dots anymore. It is pretty glossy. You can see Truth got real sideways off that corner.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a guy like Truth, then why not? He's got 32 seconds to FND. He's got 7 to D-Swish. Really, he's got 4 with the penalty. He hasn't been gaining on him. Yeah, a guy like Truth could absolutely take a chance, but if you're someone like B-Tom, he's got 16 seconds. That's not enough. You know, don't take a risk. Don't go and take a risk if you don't have to. You know what, though? I mean, we've been talking about Mahmoud having a bad day. So look at this. He is eating up Capitan's butt right now, and we'll see if he can clear the plate and get it out of the way as he is approaching him into Cops. It looks like Capitan took a defensive line there. Mahmoud is about half a second back, and he did not get a good exit.
This is the part where the drivers do gotta... I mean, everyone's so separated from each other. There's no point in pushing, but I wonder if somebody tries to push and over pushes it and loses it. I mean, this is really, really wet for inners. I mean, it is still downpouring. I can't really tell from my graphics, but it looks like it's still downpouring.
Yeah, no, it is. It's getting more consistent with the rain. You look at the tracks too. There's bigger tire marks, a bigger path in the road than what it was before.
Yeah, it is getting wet. I mean, I think we're getting close to the crossover period, and it is VTOM off on the grass, as you can see it too through Sector 2. Sector 2, back end of it, is raining really, really hard.
Yeah, and even then, he's still gaining second by second on Lion. 17 seconds here. At this point, yeah, VTOM could take a risk. Go on the west.
No, watch off into Cops here. Look at it. You just turn the corner. Look at how hard it gets. It's just only through Cops. It is crazy how hard it is raining through there.
Well, let's watch Chargers here. Chargers is a ways behind. This is a good example. Through Maggots and Beckett's there, I want to see the rain differential from Maggots and Beckett's to Cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is raining a little bit more, it looks like, actually. You might be right.
Well, it could be my graphics. My graphics show it's showing just dumping in Cops. We do got a good battle brewing for P5 now.
We do, yeah. I think Chargers has been struggling a little bit. Here comes Capitan gaining on him, and Mahmood is saying, you know what, I want to have a three-way.
Okay, that's crazy. But there is one thing to mention, though. Look at the battery between them, though. I think Chargers has just been playing safe. El Capitan's at 14. Mahmoud is at 33, but Chargers is at 75. I mean, Chargers has been just backing up, just saving his battery.
Well, he might want to do. He might want to do a little less saving and start spending, because he may lose that spot here if he doesn't pick it up. And he heard me. Look at that, eating away at the battery, and he's got about 7/10 now to Capitan.
What I would do if I were him, though, I've learned this from experience happening to me. Just don't use your battery at all the corners, blow it down the straightaway. You have such an advantage, there's no point. Whenever they get to you, just enable your battery. I mean, he saved it so right, he doesn't even need to use it at all. Unless he's going down the straightaways. I mean, even if they're so far back, I don't think he needs to use it right now.
Brave Tar PXW, you can take your cheap advertising somewhere else. We do not like robots on our streams, and as a matter of fact, I have said this before, I will never do a robot sound effect on this stream. We do not like the robots.
Am I allowed to use the robot?
No robots allowed. No robots allowed on this stream. I just put it down.
Am I allowed to use the C slur?
No, the judge just said no robots. No robots allowed. Sorry.
No plankers.
Boy, how many laps do we have left?
Yeah, 5.
5 laps. You know what? These guys, I mean, they've been close to each other, but they just keep creeping closer and closer and closer. It's only half a second between all these guys.
It's so hard to make a move, though. It is still so wet. I don't see it making a move. I mean, everybody's sliding through there. It is full wet conditions now. You can tell. I mean, it is full wet conditions.
Well, we will see if Mahmoud can make a move on Capitan, and we'll see if Capitan can make a move on Chargers.
I would like to back up what you said before. The Beton in the rain has pulled over 10 seconds on GTR line.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure they were 7 seconds coming out the pits. He is now 20 seconds. And F1 Nerd has closed in a ton on JMB.
That is important to look for. This battle for the podium. Could we get an F1 Nerd podium here?
Hopefully.
Oh, bad corner for Capitan. Here comes Mahmoud in the cops. Capitan not really lifting. He's still there. And Mahmoud's going to clear him.
Let's see, though. Capitan's still dumping. He's still going to try. Oh, man, just no braking power at all. It is just soaked. I mean, like, it is raining harder than it was in the sprint race now.
Interesting enough that F1 Nerd is catching JMB in these conditions.
I can say we did get gifted with a fantastic race weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Both qualifyings were dry, full wet first race, and then half and half with a changeover here where everybody is on the wrong tire compound right now. This is thrilling. I mean, look at this. They are running slower lap times than in the sprint. El Capitan will run a 144. Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, Mahmoud struggling. Nearly took out the braking marker, and he is trying something here in club on Chargers. Let's see if he can get a run here in the Stowe.
The one thing is Chargers. Look at his battery. Chargers has been fantastic with battery this entire race. He's been just saving it like crazy.
Truth.
He's in P9.
Oh, actually, here we got a battle for P8. D-Swish struggling.
I'm not sure how much Truth should be pushing here with D-Swish out of the penalty.
Well, D-Swish also has 100% on the battery. If this were his phone, he probably is charging it overnight because he has not touched it. Oh, he woke up. He's using the battery now. Look at that, 74%.
My phone right now is on 25%. Anyone near on 25 in the field?
My phone is 28.
Oh, we got Truth. Right around where we are.
27.
25. There we go. The F&D gap has kind of settled down. It's kind of evened out. I've not seen him gain a couple laps.
Yeah, I haven't seen F&D gain in a couple laps either.
But that Aston Martin has been gaining, and they are about on the evil back.
That went over your head.
Even battery levels.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this winds up.
El Capitan is in a really bad spot with his battery.
Oh, I agree.
They are dead even. This is the first time anybody's been close to his battery level. We're going to see. You can see, too, the reason why Mahmudev has a lot more battery is Chargers is keeping his at medium. Mahmudev is switching it down into none. You can see it down below there, too. I don't know if you have that enabled. You can see him switching down into just complete harvest mode.
I think I can briefly see it on the wheel, but it's not very visible from my point of view.
Hold up.
And D-Swish really trying here to... Well, you know what, D-Swish, I wouldn't say this is a lost cause for him. He could get that penalty removed, but Truth is going to have something to say about it. He's going to swipe the spot away from the Williams.
D-Swish has had such a bad day. Oh my god!
Oh, in the grass! Yikes!
That was not the smartest move by either of them. Truth, that was a late move. That was an attempt at a block. D-Swish chucked it in the grass. That is fault on both sides. And B-Tom, I think this is his biggest win of the year by distance, by far, I think.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, he has had a phenomenal season. He's won 4 of the 5 races so far, and he's looking to go 5 for 6 here to start off the season.
What happened? That was F&D Cakes. Move out of the way. I thought I saw the RB spin. I got scared it was F1 Nerd. F1 Nerd has just been draining his stuff trying to catch.
He could get him. He's within 1 second. All it takes is one mistake from JMB, and F1 Nerd is right there.
We got a couple battles. Mahmudev is right there on. His battery's so much better. I think Mahmudev might be able to get him down the straightaway right here if he gets a good corner. Oh no! Chargers just lagged out.
Got him. B-Tom is starting the final lap, and we got a battle here. Mahmoud is going to get by Chargers because of that disconnect. That is super unfortunate for the Mercedes.
He might lose P6 now if he doesn't get back in.
Wow, talk about a treat for Mahmoud. That's crazy.
F1 Nerd is closing in on J&B, though. I mean, you were right. He's been closing in. How much does F1 Nerd want this podium? We'll see. I mean, you can tell the tires don't want it. Oh, J&B big slide.
F1
Nobody's tires
Nerd.
want to get a podium.
F1 Nerd has been in many of these podium battles before, along with J&B. We'll see who doesn't crumble under pressure here and gets that final podium spot at the front. B-Tom is close to finishing this race, almost half a minute ahead of his teammate. Just unbelievable pace by B-Tom today.
I mean, if you want to see how far he is, I mean, if you saw that on the track map, he was pretty much, they were on opposite ends of the track. I mean, that's unreal.
And his points lead is only going to skyrocket from here. You're looking at probably at least 80 points ahead of his teammate. He has over a 3-race lead going into the second half of the season. If he can make it through 2 more corners and get to the finish line, he will win the first ever reverse race in TCR and get round 6. B-Tom wins the British reverse race round 6.
F1 Nerd is trying like crazy. I don't think he has anything. He put it off in the grass and cops. That pretty much killed it. That was a nail in the coffin for him.
That's a great camera shot, by the way. GTR Lion.
We're gonna see, though.
I don't know. Lion is going to get his first podium of season 20. He finishes P2. P3, J&B going to hold off F1 Nerd, and he takes the 3rd spot. Great run for F1 Nerd. His best finish of the season.
Question is, can El Capitan get by the Ghost of Chargers? Oh, his gas light's blinking too. Does he have enough gas?
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get there. Ahead of them, Mahmood. Good recovery. He's going to finish P5. Chargers will finish P6 on track. And I think that actually stands because I'm pretty sure he reached the 90% limit. If you get to 90% in the race, yeah. So he got to 90%, so he's good. That's where he'll end up.
Oh, truth.
Truth. P8. D-Swish gonna round things out in P9. F&D Cakes finished in P10. Wow. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, Colby. You chose a really good race to debut in the booth this season as B-Tom does his pose. And hopefully nobody leaves. That way we can get the results.
I can say, too, that this is our longest race of the season, too. It is 10-10 right now.
Oh, yeah, no, it was going to be. It's a sprint race. Considering we started 5 minutes late, we did a pretty good job. That's a different camera angle. Wow, okay. I just got a shot of D-Swish's car there. Huh. I just got a shot of D-Swish down in 85th. Look at that. Double Ferrari podium after the mishap from last week. B-Tom, race winner, fastest lap. Mahmood, driver of the day, and F1 Nerd, most overtakes. And B-Tom got 29 points. Lion got 26. So this points lead between these guys, 3 points between them before. You're looking at, I think that would be a 78-point lead, possibly?
Something like that.
Race director, let's get that real quick. Come on, go. Son of a... All right, well, I got lap 1 through lap 4. Everyone is responsible for their race director, so I don't really feel bad if I didn't get it. We will get in for podium interviews if you want to go hop on over and comms don't join, and just mute your mic on here. That way we don't really have an echo going on.
I think it would be better me being in here, anything. I can't get my headset transferred over to there easily.
You could just well, I mean, I'll have you on speaker, so I'll be able to hear you.
Oh shit! What do I want to do?
Well,
I'll
they gotta
just
hear
join there.
you. Yeah, they gotta hear you. So I think if you
Yeah,
can
I'll
find a
join
way to
Discord
get in
from
there. Okay. Cool. Look at that. We are ready to go. We got the top 3. I don't even need to send a message. That's awesome. Well, we will kick this off with our race winner, B-Tom. I believe the rest of the grid is still finishing the race, so maybe we can wait for them. But man, that was really good stuff by you there. Lion, he had great pace as well, but as the race went on, you just got quicker and quicker and quicker. I want to touch up on the sprint race, though, because there was a lot that happened to you. The first thing is the incident with JMB. What did you see from that point of view? Because it looked a little borderline from our point of view.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it was caused because I made a mistake and went wide. But, so I mean, I have to blame myself for that part of the incident. But, I think he just moved slightly right. And I was towards the middle of the track because I wanted to compromise his line into turn 1. But, yeah, we just touched slightly, and then from there I was, headed straight towards the wall. So, I think he had a bit more to do with that than I did, but I don't think it's worth reporting. It's a sprint race. I think at most I would gain, 1 point. So, yeah, it is what it is. He already apologized, so I'm not really holding grudges or anything.
Yeah, and, like you said, it is a sprint race, but it's not like you crashed out. You still finished up there in the top 5. You still ended up finishing up there, and you ended up winning the race today, and you got the most points out of anybody between the sprint race and the feature race. So how are the conditions? It seemed like they got progressively worse throughout the race. What did you think about it?
Yeah, it was kind of like the opposite of the sprint. Sprint started out horrendous, especially since I was on the enters and had absolutely no grip. So the race by comparison was an absolute joy, even as the rain started to hit, because I was actually on the right tire at the right time. So, yeah, it was probably a bit more enjoyable to drive in the rain than it was in the dry, mainly because you had to pretty much drive like a grandma just to stretch it to the terrain.
Yeah.
I know, like, those on mediums or softs are probably driving even slower, just, kind of screwed, because you literally had to make at least one stop if you were on a softer tire. So, yeah, I was having quite a bit of fun in the wet. I was raging at my steering wheel a little bit just because the ERS modes were not changing when I wanted them to. So there would be times where it was like an overtake when I wanted to be in none and that sort of thing. And, if that happens in the wrong spot, it can cause quite a few issues. But
right.
Yeah, in the end it all worked out. So I won't stress over it too much, but I might have to look into finding a fix for that.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to say is I'm going to pass this over to Colby because I actually have a co-commentator with me today. So, Colby, if you have anything for B-Tom, you can go for it. You got to have at least one question, right? Or maybe he has none.
Would I have beaten you if you raced? I don't know. We'll never know.
Should I ask for him?
Britain reverse isn't really my strongest track, so you can see it in quali. I was behind by, I was close in the main quali, but in the first one I was off by some margin. So
yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll move on to P2. But hey, man, great race from you. I'm sure you wish that you were 6 for 6 at this point in the season, but 5 for 6 is still pretty good, right?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Wait, I don't think Clippy can hear. Or, like, we can't hear him on the broadcast or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. He was in a PlayStation party with me a minute ago.
He says you have him muted.
I have him muted?
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Oh, that's funny. I know why, too, but, hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Did D-Switch good win on that, or not D-Switch, B-Tom good win on that? Repeat my question, though.
All right.
That was kind of...
Yeah. And we will move on to P2. I don't want to hold everyone up too much. I know we're a little later than usual, so we will talk to GTR Lion for the first time this season. 4 fourth place finishes, and you were able to get a second here today. And well, actually, you got a first and a second. A great pace in the sprint race, by the way. Yeah, talk about the sprint race. It seemed like you were on fire that race.
Yeah, no, thanks, Kevin. I'm happy with today's results, I would say, and the sprint was good, I would say. I managed to get a good start and kind of just took it from there and managed the pace. Didn't take any risks that are unnecessary and brought it home. So I'm happy with how the sprint went.
Yeah, you had great pace in the sprint. And even during the race, the first half of the race there, you were leading the race, and it looked like when you came in the pits, the double stack worked pretty well, it looked like, considering how close you were to beat Tom. You only lost about maybe a second, it seemed, but how did you think the conditions were in the second half of the race? It seemed like that B-Tom might have had a bit of an advantage there in the second half.
Honestly, I wasn't pushing in the second half. I had almost 8 to 9 seconds to him after the pit stop, and I had 10 to 11 to J&B, I believe. So I had no reason to push. I had no reason to take any unnecessary risk because I had to bring it home in one piece. So I wasn't necessarily pushing by any means in the second stint. And even in the end of the first stint, I kind of let it kind of go around like lap 11 because my right-hand side of the car was in the late 60s almost, so I had to kind of manage the tire until the rain came through, and given that most likely I would have pitted behind B-Tom, so I was like, I'll give myself a tiny bit of a gap. Either way, I'm going to lose it either in the double stack, so there was no reason to push and risk a puncture in the last few laps. So I had just to manage the tire as well. It was a good race, good week, good results for Ferrari. I'm happy to be on the podium, and yeah, honestly, I practiced. So again, I was expecting to be on the podium, or actually, I think if it stayed dry, maybe like the second stint I would have also pushed enough where, yeah, I don't know how it would have been, but
yeah.
That, I did over 100 laps over the week.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's great.
Yeah, I guess it would have. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I just practiced and the results came through, so it's just, I think I'm going to continue to do that, and hopefully I'll end the season on a high with more podiums.
Absolutely. Colby, you got a question for Lion now that I've got you unmuted?
I really don't. It was just a good race by you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, great race by you. Good to talk to you, too, by the way. I think it's been a minute since I talked to you, so it's good to hear from you, and I hope everything's good with you.
appreciate not all's well. Just kind of trying to not say goodbye to summer.
Right.
Trying to cringe to it, so I'm out and about more than usual. All is well.
Right on. All right. We will move on to J and B and get this interview wrapped up. That way we can all go to bed. J and B, you had to fight for that podium there. You had F1 Nerd on you, and you had some fireworks yourself earlier in the race as well with a couple of good battles there. So after starting 9th, you finished 3rd. So yeah, it looked like a really exciting race from your point of view.
Yeah, it was a good race, battling with everyone and stuff. Yeah, it was coming from P9 because, unfortunately, I slightly invalidated. I was like P2, fortunately, but yeah, starting P9, and yeah, just fighting my way back up to the podium. I mean, I'm proud of this result.
Yeah, you should be. Considering you started in 9th, I was debating on putting you on my podium prediction. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I know JMB's fast, but he's starting in 9th. And of course, I didn't pick you on the podium, so that's why you wound up on the podium. But yeah, you had to fight and claw your way through the front. I want to hear actually the start of the race because I don't want to explain it again, but basically someone ended up on Gio's rig and started the race for Gio, and they were all over the place. Did you see it from your point of view as to what happened?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
Bro. It was nasty, bro. I don't know what was going on.
Did he hit you?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Fortunately.
Okay.
He didn't.
I think everyone got away unscathed for the most part. I know there was a bit of contact, but yeah, you can go back and watch it later. It was a first in TCR. I don't think we've ever had anything like that happen before. So,
oh, this is what happens when you drink and drive at the same time.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's kind of what happened. Not with Gio. Let me clarify that. Not with Gio, but yeah, no, you got through the chaos and you wound up in 3rd. So, Colby, you got any final questions here before we wrap up?
I would like to know why you pulled the good luck. I turn left now. Good luck, everybody else. On D-Ton in the front stretch. I would like to know what happened there.
I don't know. I don't think. Do you know what that means? Does he know what that means?
I know, bro.
Oh, okay.
Dude, he just had a bad exit. I was trying to overtake him, and I just closed the door on him. I thought he was not there anymore, and then then like a second later, I look back and I see him in the wall. I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
yeah, from our angle, it looked a lot worse. It looked really bad.
Yeah, I did look back at it. Bro, that was murder right there.
Yeah, I mean, like B-Tom said, I don't think it's a big deal. It didn't really make a huge difference in the end, so I wouldn't sweat over it too much. If it were in the race, it might have been.
Oh yeah, that would have been a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, good rebound, good podium finish, and yeah, no, you needed that after you had a 5th last week, but you had a good rebound today, and yeah, well, I'm sure we'll see you back on the.
To get the win soon.
Yeah, it's coming. It'll happen.
It's just karting, dude.
Man. Yeah, I get that. I totally get it. I rejoined. I got back on F125 recently, joined the league, and I am rusty. I wouldn't want to do TCR right now because I would be.
Oh yeah.
I would be in the Goonies. Rusty. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know. Yeah.
I want to race.
Yeah. Yeah. Your pace, Colby, is lights out compared to mine. But.
Oh yeah. I had a few mistakes in my race, but with that one spin I had, I probably would have been fighting Lion for like P2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did have that spin. I forgot about that because that was so early on in the race to where, and you only lost 1 spot too because of how far you guys were in front of the midfield.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, Colby, any final thoughts here before we wrap this up?
My only thought is this race weekend was something.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
There's no
a
way
must
about it.
watch. Yeah, for sure. We'll have to go back and watch. Everyone listening, watching, definitely replay this. And then next week we got Monza, round 7 out of 12. We're already halfway through the season, so it goes by. J&B's not thrilled. It goes by quick, and you guys can see how J&B does next week for round 7 at Monza. But that will do it for tonight. From me and Colby, we will see you next week in Monza. Have a good night.